where you are trading your time. Yes, so many of us are taught to work for someone else's income, where someone else has to pay us. Most of us believe that this is the only way that money is earned, and this is all that we have tried to do for all of our lives. So the first quadrant, the E quadrant, E stands for employee, as you will see on the screen. You are trading your time for someone else's money. So you ultimately have a job. And most of us will grow up hearing the term that time is money. And if you believe that term, that quote, then you are likely to be trading a lot of your time for a little of someone else's money. But when you understand that time is actually greater than money, as wealthy people do, you will then be trading a lot of your money to buy back even a little bit of your time. So not understanding that is why people are seeking jobs consistently and continuously, because this is the way they believe that money is earned. And they believe that if I want to make more money, then I need possibly to have a second job, a third job. Because again, this is what we have been taught. This is how we have been conditioned to think. Moving right along in the interest of time, the next quadrant, the S quadrant, the S stands for self-employed, but not just self-employed, it also includes specialists and small business. So the S stands for self-employed, specialists, and small business. And that would include people like doctors, lawyers on the higher income end, as well as self-employed people like your barbers, your nail techs, and mechanics. All of these fall into that same S quadrant. So how do people in the S quadrant make money? They do the exact same thing. They trade their time for money just as well. Because they have achieved higher levels of education, because they have access to better products and services, because they have the ability to charge a higher rate for their time, they are able in most cases to make more money, but it comes at a higher price because they actually have no free time for themselves. And we have many examples that we can think of in our own and personal lives. They have no free time for themselves. So Robert Kiyosaki actually said the S stands for slavery, because you would have traded one boss as an employee and you now have multiple bosses as a self-employed person, because all of your customers now become your boss. They all want their product, service now. You're a nail tech, everybody who walks into the salon, they want their nails done now. You're a lawyer, everybody who brings or who has a pending matter, they want their case settled and handled now. It's no different. So you will ultimately, even if you are making more money, it comes at the cost of your time. And again, time being your greatest asset, it's a bigger sacrifice that you would have made. And moving right along, the next quadrant being the B quadrant. B stands for business owner, but not just business owner. It actually means big business owner. And how do you differentiate a big business from a small business, which is the S quadrant? It's simply according to the scale, according to the size. And Forbes magazine gives the best explanation. He said, Forbes magazine, that is, they said that big business is defined by having 500 people working for you or with you. Saying that again, 500 people working for you or with you. So how do people in the B quadrant make money? They allow a system to make the money for them. And the industry of network marketing falls into the B quadrant because everyone, including everyone on this call, has the potential to create a big business where you can have 500 plus people working with you. In the traditional brick and mortar structure of business, for you to have 500 plus people working for you, you need to employ those people. And to build a business that could support 500 people, it would require lots of upfront capital, in terms of a physical structure or structures, because you may have multiple branches, multiple locations, multiple departments. All of those will allow you to employ that number of people, maybe even in multiple countries. So you will have multiple different jurisdictions and laws that you have to deal with. So there's a lot of cost, a lot of capital that goes into scaling a business to that size using the traditional route. But not only that, second to marketing, the largest bill for any company is wages. And for the companies that don't market effectively, or for those that don't market at all, wages will be the largest bill for that business. But the significant difference and distinction of network marketing is you do not have to find the money to pay 500 people. They are all paying themselves according to their own activity. That is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely, you don't have to wonder how these people are getting paid. You are in partnership with 500 plus people, 5,000, 500,000 even, and they are all paying themselves, and you are benefiting from their activities. Because one of the keys to scalability and profitability is the ability to get what's known as leverage, where you get a small percentage from a large number of people. This is why you have a job in the first place, because your job understands time compounding, because the significant factor or the only distinct thing that is equal for people across the globe is time. We all have 24 hours in a day, whether you're filthy rich or dirt poor. 24 hours is what we are all allotted. But how you use, and more so how you invest your 24 hours, is what's going to determine the reality in every sector of your life, including and especially financially. So your boss understands that there's only so much things he or she can do personally and even physically, so they hire employees to do the things that they aren't able to do. And what's the result of that? Let's say our boss has 10 employees, paying them for 10 hours a day. They are now getting 100 hours of productivity within that same 24 hours. So the people who are trading their time for someone else's money, they are using a limited resource, which is time, because you cannot offer your service for more than 24 hours. And if you try to offer your service for the full 24 hours every day, God is going to stop you, or illness is going to stop you. So even if you tried to offer your full 24 hours all the time, it literally becomes impossible. But when you partner with other people or you hire other people, there's no limit to how much productivity you can get in that same 24-hour period. And therefore, if there's no limit to how much productivity you can get, there's no limit to the income you can earn. So if you have been conditioned to trade your time, which is a limited resource, for someone else's money, it means you're already put in a box with regards to the amount of income you can potentially earn. And it doesn't matter how much you can charge per hour if your hours are limited. It does not matter whether you're making minimum wage of $20 an hour, $100 an hour, $2,000 an hour. It literally puts you in a box because there's a cap on how many hours you can apply. It is that simple. So when you remove the box of time and you are able to leverage through partnering with other people, then your income capacity also becomes unlimited. This is the power of compounding. This is the power of partnership. This is the power of leverage. And when you apply that same principle to your money, such as the banks do, they use other people's money to generate wealth. And in the space of network marketing, one of the ways that we create unlimited and lasting income is with the residual component, whereby when you build it properly, it has the potential to pay not just yourself, but your entire generations for the foreseeable future. Because you will have built a structure, built a system where that type of income is coming in, whether you are working or not. This is ultimately the goal. And this is the place that we want you to understand and start your mental reprogramming for your financial success. Right, so moving right along, the last quadrant, of course, is the I quadrant. I for investor, where you're trading your money to make more money. You're putting your money to work. Robert Kiyosaki, actually, he is an advocate. And for those of you who read or plan to read Rich Dad Poor Dad, it's literally the first chapter. The wealthy don't work for money. So you want to get to a place where money is working for you. And most importantly, it must be working for you without you. You must be out of the picture ultimately or eventually. It may not happen overnight, but you want to get to that place and stage. Because financial freedom is when your passive income passes your expenses. When your passive income passes your expenses, that is when you can consider yourself to be financially free. But network marketing has many advantages. It allows you to work from anywhere in the world. You can build your big business from anywhere in the world, from the comfort of your home. And we are on a mission to bring home-based businesses right back home, where no one should have the excuse of geographical location or of mobility being a limiting factor, or even finances being a limiting factor. You can build a global business of any size and scale from the comfort of your home using your mobile phone. So we always ask the question, do you have a smartphone or dunce phone? And the simple answer to the question is, in fact, is that phone putting money in your pocket? If the answer is no, then question whether the phone is smart or whether the owner is smart. And I'll leave that for you to decide. If the phone is not allowing you to put more money into your pocket than that which came out to purchase it, again, question whether the phone is smart or whether the owner is smart or not. And we have the amazing ability in the space of network marketing right now, whereby what network marketing simply is, it's word of mouth advertising. It's allowing you to benefit from the largest marketing capacity that exists on planet Earth, because we are all consumers by nature, and when we enjoy a good product or service, we naturally tell other people how good it is. This is what we all do on a daily basis, every single person on this call. And I always like to give the example, when we go to a restaurant, before we consume the meal, most times people will take out their smart device, take a picture of the meal, and post it on their own personal social media accounts. But the restaurant is not going to pay you anything for doing so. You would have paid full price, not to mention, and then gone out of your way to advertise for them. The restaurant is not even going to like your post, which they can do for free. And one of the things that changed my life, my mentor said, stop doing for free what you can get paid to do. Another concept my mentor said, he said, profits are better than wages. And you may want to take a note of that. Profits are better than wages. And network marketing allows us to put both of those concepts to work, where we can get paid to do the same thing that we have been doing every single day by sharing the ideas, sharing the things that get us excited. Could you imagine that, doing the things that you want to do, enjoying good products and service, simply sharing those products and service that you have been using and benefiting from, and getting paid to do that? Absolutely revolutionary business model, and that's why it has created the type of success that it has created. Again, more millionaires than any other industry, which allows everyone who has a dream to make those dreams come true. Many people have put their dreams on the shelf, but they have shrunk their ideas of what's possible to match their income. They have shrunk their idea of what's possible to match what's in their pockets. So we tell you, dream big when you come into this space, as big as possible. Don't let anyone tell you that it's too big. There's no such thing as a dream that's too big. The problem is not that we dream too big, it's that we dream too small and achieve it in most cases. Right? So everybody on the call has the ability to go from being ordinary to extraordinary by a decision to get started first, to learn to do things the right way, which will create the right results and ultimately change your financial and all the other realities that surround what you do and why you have been doing it. And again, as I said, you have the ability to do the things that you should be doing or the things you enjoy doing and getting paid for it. So right now we are advocates for health and wellness, and we have always been preaching the principles of health and wellness because these are the same principles that allow you to achieve any success in any endeavor. So your health is your first and most important form of wealth. You cannot pursue financial betterment unless you are physically healthy, but also understand and appreciate you cannot maintain your good health unless you are wealthy. So they go hand in hand, and we make no mistakes about understanding that they go hand in hand. And right now we are on a mission, we are on a revolution because we are empowering people to become healthy and create intergenerational wealth. This is a revolution such that the country has never seen, the region has never seen, and by extension, the world has never seen. So we are going to create millionaires and multi-millionaires by helping people to become healthier. That's something I'm so excited about. Somebody put some flames in the chat if you are excited about living your best life, looking your best, feeling your best, and getting paid to do so. If you are excited about that, put some flames and some money bags in the chat. And this is the mission that we are on. And the next presenter is going to share how you can get started and more about the principles and philosophies that govern how we are able to do both of those things at the same time. So that understanding that is as the principle, as the cornerstone of what we do and how we are going to be doing it going forward. We are here to empower people to live their best, look their best, and feel their best, and enjoy the income that is possibly available while you do that at the same time. So again, we are so excited to bring financial freedom to the shores of the Caribbean and by extension the world. But more so, we are bringing that in a way where everyone is going to benefit holistically from an industry that will never run dry, a well that is bottomless, and with an understanding that your health is your best interest, your health is your business, but your sickness is your doctor's business. Too many people think their health is their doctor's business, and it's not. In fact, they don't study health, they study medicine. So we are going to help you to live your best life, look your best, feel your best, and make money doing so. And if you want to be part of that journey, then just stay tuned and we can show you how you can do that. So moving right along to help you to add value and add more life to your years, more years to your life, we have a dynamic presenter within the space. She's a network marketing professional, and most importantly, she's a stay-at-home mom. And she loves to share her story, and we love to hear it. We love to help her share it, and we love to help people to hear her story because she started from very humble beginnings, just like many people on the call who have absolutely nothing and wondering how they can change their circumstances. Her story is going to empower and impact you to do that very same thing. Start where you are with what you have and make a difference not only in your life, but in the lives of the people around you and the people that you are ultimately going to be doing this for. So she's an advocate for being a stay-at-home parent because it allows her to provide for the children that she has and that she would give everything for and to. There are people who say, I will die for my children. She's not willing to die. She's not just willing to die for her children. She's willing to live for them. There are people who are saying they will give their last penny for their children. They will go broke for their children. she's not just willing to give her last penny for her children, she's willing to get more pennies so that she can provide for them. So we'll allow her to share her story, share her testimony, and share the journey of how we are on this mission to empower and impact at the same time. So without further ado, she's in demand all over the country, all over the region, for the type of success that she has created and for the amount of people she has already helped thus far. So without further ado, none other than business partner and global titan, Mrs. Vanessa Millionaire Wright. Take it away.
Thanks so much, Mr. Awesome, for starting off the call this evening. Of course, as usual, doing an extraordinary job with, molding the minds and getting it ready for the information and, of course, opportunity, right? As Mr. Awesome would have rightfully said, my name is Vanessa Wright. I'm a full-time stay-at-home mommy. I made that decision about 10 years ago to commit myself to network marketing. And the reason for that is because I wanted freedom. I've always desired to have freedom. And hopefully the persons on the call tonight are on the call because you too desire a little bit more than just working for the rest of your life for somebody else, right? The objective, of course, the goal is freedom. Many persons think that, at the end of the day, when I make money, I become valuable, but really money is attracted to value. Money is a tool. Now, when it comes to that, many persons, come into our space and they say, all of this sounds great. My main problem is that right now, I don't have the finance. You'll never have the finance. You could possibly never, ever have the finance. It will never be the right time. It will never be the right place, quote unquote, right? But what makes the difference is your mindset. So when I got started in this space, as many of you would have had the privilege to hear, I started with a little something called nothing. And when people hear that, they say, but start with a little something called nothing. How did you do that? And they want the ABC, the actual step by step as to how I was able to do that. But the truth is, how I was able to do that, that's not really the main point and objective. The main idea and understanding is that I became resourceful when having limited resources. And how did that happen? Well, Kishon being the great mentor that he is, of course, everything rises and falls on leadership. You'll hear me saying that consistently. Upon calling him to get started and do a particular business a couple of years with him ago, he said to me, a matter of fact, I said to him, I say, you know what, I want to get started. But the problem is the financial part, and after several calls and conversations with him, he just kind of was like, Vanessa, you know what, the truth is, if you can't make money without money, more than likely, you'll never be able to make money with money. Now, that particular statement changed the trajectory of my life, my family life, my children's life, because it didn't just help me, but it helped my family. By extension, it helped every person that I shared the opportunity with. Every person that came into our space and were educated on financial literacy and personal development, understanding how to become valuable and therefore attracting money to themselves, right? So I always like to tell people, it would have been easy for Kishon. Most people are often looking for handouts and something easy. And it could have been very easy for Kishon to say, here with Vanessa, let me get you started and then put in the work. But guess what? He said, he gave me, or he said something to me that was like a key that unlocked a gateway in my mind and caused me to think different than I was thinking before. So when he said, Vanessa, if you can't make money without money, more than likely you will not be able to make money with money. It changed the whole direction of how I was thinking, a complete paradigm shift, right? Now, again, that didn't just help me, it helped every person that came into our community. A matter of fact, I like to highlight when it pertains to Kishon, we always say we don't roll the dice over here. Everything we do is completely calculated. We know exactly what we're doing and how we're doing it. The only thing we are looking for now is business partners, as we already have a community, right, that is based on financial literacy and personal development. Of course, the objective of that community, which is called the Billionaire Club, is to help improve the life of every person that steps within our door, physical, literal, mental. Anyway, you take it, is to improve your life and help you to become the ultimate best version of you, which should be everyone's objective. Everybody ought to want to become the best version of themselves, right? We shouldn't be, just carelessly going about life and just, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, today a customer told me, a business partner, she said, I'm afraid, but I'm willing to go forward. And of course, courage is not the courage doesn't mean that that fear isn't there. Courage just means in spite of your fear, you're willing to push forward. And I can guarantee you this, that I was definitely afraid. I was definitely not the type of person that could be on this call right now with you, speaking the way that I am. But, I like to tell people, Kishon said to me something, that made life very easy for me to choose. He said, Vanessa, which would you prefer? Would you prefer to be shy and broken or be bold and make money? Well, hopefully it's obvious what I chose, and not just me. During the pandemic, this community has been able to help over 27 persons become 6 and 7 figure earners. Right? And that's a major, major deal, because how many jobs, as Mr. Awesome would have just spoken about, how many 9 to 5s and 5 to 9s and 8 to 4 will actually put you in a position to become a millionaire? Let's think about it in a real type of way. Right? Now, of course, a job is a really good and great place to start, but it's not a place to rest. It's not a place to get comfortable. That kind of way. Don't look at that as though I'm in a luxury vehicle. I'm going to recline and relax, because you will spend the rest of your life addicted to and working for a paycheck. A matter of fact, when people talk about white-collar crimes and addiction and drugs, when it comes to the paycheck, it is the biggest drug. And I know you would have heard Mr. Awesome probably reference and spoke on that as well, right? And the addiction of, the sure money. But then the pandemic proved that even persons who have jobs, whether it be private or public sector, it proved that those persons, they weren't like they were invincible. Because when the pandemic hit, it meant that a lot of them, either their paychecks were cut in half, or they were dissolved, like they were no longer able to work where they were working. And if you ask them, they'll say, no way, this could never happen. My job would never dismiss me. But guess what? It happened. Now we are in the business. We are in the age of the business of the 21st century, when every average person now has the ability to work from the comforts of your home on your time. On your time. So you find that you're not limited or confined to any space. Now, I don't know if you want to be bold like Kishon and myself and many others within the community who have chosen the road of freedom, because it's not going to be easy, but ease is the enemy to success. So if you're looking for ease, then more than likely you're choosing to not be successful in life, not to ever experience something out of what is quote unquote normal. So you get to make that decision tonight, right? Of course, you have the option now and the access to Kishon working on your behalf, Mr. Awesome working on your behalf, Mark Paris working on your behalf. Now you have the option of that, and don't take it lightly or for granted. Now the objective today and now forward, and has always been a matter of fact, of course, with Kishon's leadership, because again, everything rises and falls on leadership, is to help persons to experience that true financial freedom. And how do we do it? Well, we teach you. There's no reinvention of the wheel. You actually get all the necessary information you need. You get the support. We operate on servant leadership. We are not in a position to help you build your business more than you are willing to put in the energy. So we can do as much for you as you allow us to do. We can't outperform you. at least not on your behalf, right? So of course, I know you could definitely appreciate the information that you have heard tonight when it pertains to Mr. Awesome. And of course, we want to move right along and get on. I like to call him the man, the myth, the legend of himself, Kishon Vane. You know, of course, our community, he has been able to produce over 150,000 US in business on a monthly basis. Many persons have not had that opportunity who are living abroad. They can't even probably produce 20,000 in business US, and they're over in the US and those parts of the world that use that money. But right here on Caribbean soil, he has been leading the way together with his community, ensuring that, he's able to produce and help his community produce, and works hard diligently on a daily basis, not to just to improve himself. He could have been doing anything else and probably be as just as successful with it. But he chose this and he chose you. So without further ado, I want to bring on, as I call him, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Kishon Vane.
All right. Good night, friends. Drop some money bags in the chat for Vanessa Millionaire. We just added a new name to her this week, Toffee Right, because she is spearheading the ways with the Toffee. I mean, before I start, I'm seeing a good friend and a business partner that jumped onto the call that I didn't expect. So let me see if you have a 2 minutes to just jump on and extend some courtesy to the team. I'm seeing none other than Dr. Jason Batson on the call. Dr. Batson, if you have a 2 minutes and you're able to jump on and show your face before we start. I wasn't expecting to see you on the call, but the team knows all about you. The team have been following your work. I told the team about the success. Of course, you and your community would have had through, operating at Batson and Associates. So if you could just share 2-3 minutes with us, seeing that you're already here, it'd be awesome to have you. I know we're going to be in Parliament very soon. Friends, we have an association with Dr. Batson and Batson and Associates. If I'm not mistaken, I am aware he has 5 clinics throughout Trinidad and Tobago. And, they are on a mission to help persons repair and regenerate their health. Dr. Batson, do you have 2 minutes to talk to us?
Yes, a pleasant good evening. Yeah, I could spare 2 minutes. Unfortunately, I can't put on my camera because I didn't reach in relaxation mode already. So I had a session with Synergy. I normally do a program on Synergy TV every Thursday from 5 p.m. So I do from 5 p.m. to about 20 past 5, that kind of thing.
Awesome.
So as regards to the whole movement, because I believe health and wellness is a movement. It's something I've dedicated 15 years of my life to, and I must applaud, first of all, the persons on the call. I mean, Kishon, I don't want to repeat, as the young lady said, just to reiterate, a great leader, someone who I know gives, and that's the thing, when you're doing work like this, you have to be a giver in order to really motivate people. As she so rightfully said, everything stands and falls on leadership. And I mean, you all have a really excellent leader here. Let me say that. As regards to what we plan to do with the team, Batson Associates, as he mentioned, 5 locations. And what makes us different from everybody else, and the advantage that you guys would have in really working with us and building this as a team, is one, experience and expertise as regards to supplementation products. I'm a huge advocate of health and wellness. We have the numbers in this country as regards to diabetics, as regards to, the thing is, we have a lot of sick people in this country. And all of us on this call have family members. We have mothers, we have wives, sisters, cousins, whatever the case may be. We have family members, we have friends. And all of them, we know somebody who is not well. We know somebody who is a little 10 pounds or 20 pounds heavier than they not necessarily would like to be, but that they should be, because it's actually reaching the point where it's posing a health risk. So it's not an aesthetic thing based on how you're looking, but it's now something that affecting your health that could now make you pre-diabetic or cause you to get hypertension and put you in a position where, as a 26-year-old, you have a stroke. My youngest stroke patient right now is 26 years. So imagine you're doing something to really help people like this. And I mean, the products that the company have, great.
And on the 24th, we'll be out in our numbers from Batson Associates. I have some good support. I plan to do some nice demonstrations for you guys. So make sure and full the place and let's get it done.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Vane, back over to you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thanks a lot for taking the time to jump onto the call. Thanks a lot for, sharing with us, because I didn't expect it to be on the call. Definitely happy for you to share. And friends, let me just say, when it comes to natural health, I walk behind him. Like, at the end of the day, you have to know your strengths and your weaknesses. And I could safely say he is the strength that our team needs to build our weaknesses. Because as much as I understand, health and wellness, what goes in comes back out, but he understands the science behind it. So, I walk behind him, and I walk behind persons like him in wellness. We have about 31 persons on the call, including myself. Our job will be to market. Our job will be to get as many persons to the Zoom calls, to the live sessions as possible, and step out of the way of those who have experience in the wellness sphere, like Dr. Batson and his clinic, Batson and Associates, and we are going to help each other create a massive, massive movement in Trinidad and Tobago, by extension, the Caribbean world. Right, so we just had to put that piece of the puzzle there tonight, seeing that Dr. Batson graced us with his presence. We appreciate that 1,000%. So, I'm very, very excited because I know what is about to take place in the next couple of months. And Mr. Awesome, if you could just go back to the second slide there with Business of the 21st Century and Go Pro, because I just want to highlight something, friends. As Vanessa said, I've been around the block for about 11 plus years, operating in the industry and network marketing. And I've had many downs, I've had many ups, right? And the reason I start there is to tell you that the journey itself is going to be a journey of ups and downs. It's never a straight line. It's never just failure. It's never just success. It's a dichotomy of success and failure. And the reason I start there, friends, is because at the end of the day, let me tell you, the consistent denominator, right, between the billionaire and the beggar is time. What are you going to do with your time? And what I could tell you is that in every single profession, it doesn't matter the profession, the person that makes the most money in every single industry is professionals. The reason this book is called Go Pro is because what the book is guiding you to do is to become a professional. Guess who makes the most money in football? Professionals. Guess who makes the most money in basketball? Professionals. Let me also add, and I also always reinforce, nobody likes an amateur. Think about it. No one likes an amateur. If you have something wrong with your sink in your kitchen, do you prefer a professional plumber or an amateur? Because obviously you're going to be paying this person to perform a task. Why do I start there? I'm starting there because we have 31 persons on the call that's here, and obviously your objective is to earn as much money as you desire, right? Some persons are here because they just want to make some extra income. Some people are here because they want to make extraordinary income. The difference between extra income and extraordinary income, let me tell you it in the next way. Amateur, professional. Extra income, extraordinary income. Amateur, professional. Professionals makes the most money in every single industry. Guess who makes the most money in plumbing? Professionals. Guess who makes the most money in construction? Professionals. If you had a building to build right now, do you prefer to take your hard-earned money and give it to an amateur to build your building, or a professional to build your building? Professionals, right? And the reason I start there is because I want this core group to appreciate and understand that the objective we have behind the Thursday sessions is to equip you with enough information so that you can decide to become what? A professional. Because only when you decide to become a professional, your income is going to look like you are one. If your income is not looking like you're professional, more than likely you're not. Remember, extra income, amateur, extraordinary income, professional. Business of the 21st Century is mandatory. You have to read that book. The reason you have to read that book is because you would understand why someone like myself would go through, I'm just going to give you an example, would go through, let's say, a couple failures or hard times and consistently push through even when I don't want to. I remember my first 2-3 years in the industry and network marketing. I made $0 and 0 cents. I made no money. Why did I stick at doing this business? I read That book right there, Robert Kiyosaki, Business of the 21st Century. It gives you deep insight as to how money is earned. As Awesome said, money is only earned 4 ways. But can I tell you, 4 persons could earn $1 million and 2 can be rich and 2 can be poor. Now, when I first heard that statement, I was obviously puzzled. How on earth could 4 people all earn the same amount of money, 1 million, and according to Robert Kiyosaki's work, 2 persons are actually rich while 2 persons are poor? So, Mr. Awesome, if you could just go to the third slide there, which is the cash flow quadrant. Let me tell you what differentiates the rich from the poor. What differentiates the rich from the poor is not the amount of money earned. And you want to write this down, right? Because this could be an eye-opener. This could be the difference for you. What differentiates the rich from the poor is how you earned that money. Let me say it again, because I don't want it passed over your head. Because this is the reason I stuck at network marketing during the most challenging times of my entrepreneurial career. When I had $0 and 0 cents, let me tell you what I understood. I understood what differentiates the rich from the poor is not how much money you make, but how that money was made. This is why 4 people could all earn the same quantity of money. In this example, 4 people can earn $1 million each. And in accordance to Robert Kiyosaki's work, he's going to make reference to 2 persons being poor and 2 persons being rich. And again, it was very puzzling for me when I first wrapped my mind around this concept. Let me tell you why. What differentiates the rich from the poor is not how much money you make, but how your money was made. How was your money made? You see, if you decide to earn your $1 million trading time and energy and activity for money in accordance to Robert Kiyosaki's work, he's going to consider you an employee and he's going to consider you still being poor or still being at the 97% of the quadrant. Why? Because the way in which that $1 million was earned is you traded time, you traded energy, you traded activity for that 1 million. Now, some persons, of course, from small was thought, listen, you don't want to have a basic employee job, become self-employed, become a doctor, lawyer, engineer, become a specialist. And nothing is wrong with that. Remember, we frown upon no jobs. We frown upon no positions. As Vanessa said, anywhere is a good starting place. But your job is not a good staying place. It's a good place to start. It's not a good place to stay. So I'm just explaining to you why we weathered so much storms. You see, we understood this principle. So for example, let's take a look at a lawyer. If a lawyer doesn't have a patient, would he make money? The answer is obviously not. Now, a lawyer obviously has the capacity to earn much more money than the average man per hour because of his skill set. He is specialized. Especially if you go to, let's say, for example, the most experienced barber that you can go to, a celebrity barber. I mean, the average man might charge $40 a haircut, but if you go to a celebrity barber, he could actually earn $200-300 a haircut. He's specialized. He makes more money than the average man. So let's say a barber, and I can give a real example, right? I remember listening to this comedian, Steve Harvey. He paid his barber about $1 million. Kiyosaki is going to say he earned $1 million from his skill set as a self-employed person, as a barber. But Kiyosaki says he still remains on the 97%. Why? Because he exchanged what? Time, energy, and activity to generate that money. So what does being rich entail? Being rich entail, and according to Kiyosaki work, having a system where you get to save yourself time, effort, energy, and money. And your job, if you want to be wealthy, if you want to be rich, is to have a system to allow you to save time, effort, energy, and money so that you can generate the same 1 million without your time, without your energy, without your activity. This is the difference. And because I understood this, friends, I weathered so many storms, because every time you're punched in the face by life, every time you're punched in the face by unforeseen circumstances, and you have the opportunity to go back to an 8 to 4 and 9 to 5, the entrepreneurial spirit, the entrepreneurial bones inside of you say, listen, you're not doing this to get by, you're doing this to get free. As Vanessa said, the reason we do this is to allow the average person to access freedom. Real financial freedom only comes after you build a system so that you get to save yourself time, effort, energy, and money. Of course, don't forget the I. The I stands for investor, but can I tell you the type of investments Kiyosaki is making mention to is investments that you can make that can literally pay you a reward and a return, and you won't even have to lift a finger. It's not about investing $200 or $300 and making a $500 and then you still have to work. No, it's about having a sizable amount of income that can be invested and pay your bills annually. The average person don't have access to that type of capital to make that type of investments to have their bills paid annually without lifting a finger. And this is why we say network marketing is the equalizer in society. Friends, let me tell you this personally. I practically dropped out of school. I don't have much qualifications. I'm talking about me, Kishon Vane. And I can say safely, had it not been for God and the industry of network marketing, I would not have been able to access, and the keyword is access, the lifestyle that I desire for myself and my family. Network marketing allows the average man anywhere to work towards building a system. The reason it's called residual income is because, yes, you have to put work in. So you have to first be your own employee in network marketing. So understand, we accept the fact that we are going to be our own employees for the first year. We're going to be our own employees for the first 2 years or 3 years or 4 years. I mean, even if you have to be your own employee for the first 5 years, for the sake of building yourself a system so that you can now have money, making money for you without you, earning a residue of consumption through products or services. It doesn't matter what you sell. Even if we sold services, the objective was to receive a residue of income that came after the consumption of the service. Of course, we would be epic right now. So the residue of income is going to come long after a network or a customer base was built of persons who are going to consume this product because they either need the product, love the product, and just can't do without the product. So again, I've been through many ups, many downs. And I can't quit the industry because I am very well aware that there's no other vehicle on planet Earth that could help me attain the lifestyle I desire for my friends and family. Let me give you a statement raw as I can give you. In the last 2-3 years, my core team and I, we have been through some storms. And in going through the storms, I've seen some of my core members say, listen, hey, Kishon, I quit. Right? I'm good. I'm going back to jobs. And nothing is wrong with going back to jobs, Nothing is wrong with it. But they decided not to do network marketing again. And can I tell you that I personally couldn't quit because I asked myself, if I decided to stop doing network marketing right now, what job can I go to that can actually assist me to pay the bills that I currently have? Can I tell you that the bills I currently have, I need to have a doctorate, at least to be able to access the income that I was able to create as a layman in network marketing. I practically had to be the prime minister. I practically had to be the president. I had to have that level of experience or qualification to go to a job to give me the kind of income that I desire to maintain the lifestyle that network marketing created for me. So just sharing. This is why we do network marketing. And I can tell you, friends, 3 months from now, 6 months from now, 9 months from now, we are going to help a lot of persons not just make extra income. We're going to help you make extraordinary income. What is the root of assisting you from extra to extraordinary? Personal growth and development. Network marketing is nothing more than a personal growth and development company. This is why we emphasize training. This is why we will take time every single Thursday and share these nuggets, because we're targeting the renewal of the mind. And we are very well aware that the more value we are able to plug into you, of course, you're able to now go into the market and bring more value. Can I tell you, if you want to be rich, don't try to have success. All you need to do is develop more value. So just sharing that, I want you to understand, I want you to wrap your mind around the significance of reading Business of the 21st Century. You need to read it. You need to understand why. Right? That is what that book does. And then you need to understand what to do and how to become a professional. By the way, for those that don't yet have this book, you need to get this book. We do have this book hard copy. It's only $230 TT. This is an investment into your professional career as a network marketer. $230 TT can allow the information in this book, if applied, will help you make $2.3 million. And I say that confidently. Let me say that again. This is going to cost you $230 TT. I have about 50 more to sell. You need this. You need to consume this. You need to eat this. You need to become this. $230, the information in this book will allow you, if applied, to generate $2.3 million. I can guarantee that. I guarantee that if you take this book and you consume this information, you become this information, and then you don't generate that money, well, I'll give you it back in 3 years. But if it does, I would like to get 5% of the money it creates. Good deal. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to share a video that I created today. Not certain if you all took time to look at that video, but we're all going to watch that video collectively right now. It's just about 5-6 minutes. And then we're just going to have a little question and answer based on, anything that may pop up in at the top of your head. This is the cornerstone. This is what must be mastered in building Be Epic right now, right? Because I've been studying the compensation plan for the last couple of weeks. And of course, just wrapping my mind around the best approach for those that are going to build the business. And then, of course, understanding the science behind, creating massive momentum, because we need a specific package to promote. We need a specific mechanism in which people could catch it very quick. So every single team leader needs to study this video. And the major reason for studying this video is you need to become this video. You need to be able to confidently repeat all the information that I'm sharing here, in your home, in a community center, in your church. And I'm going to share something, after the video, but let's take a look at the video and then we're going to have a chat, right? So I'm here by the time. Let me just put the volume up and let's take a look at this video together again. If you looked at it already, guess what? I looked at it about 5 times. So this is going to be my 6th. Let's go. Serious and you're ready to make some serious income. Blessings, everyone. If you're here, you're obviously serious and you're ready to make some serious income with the community, with the team, with Be Epic. My goal today is to show you how to make $2,500 to $3,000 residually every single month with the Be Epic products. Now, the goal is to obviously get started. Right? And the reason we have these 2 products is because the company has a really nice pack whereby you can get involved for just $150. You get 4 products in exchange for it, obviously. 2 packs of drink to drink, 2 packs of trees. Why do we recommend this pack? Because this pack, my friends, gives you enough product to sample, to sell, to self-consume. But most importantly, it's unique to how the compensation plan works as well. Because my goal is to show you how to get to profit in your first 30 days, right? And how do you get to profit in your first 30 days? Well, the objective is to build a list. 200 persons, 300 persons. All we're gonna do is help you share the product and help you share the plan. And sharing the product and the plan to 200, 300 persons, you're only looking for 2 persons to get involved with the opportunity. That's all you need, 2. Now, once you're able to share the vision and the mission and they decide to get on board with the same 150 pack of product, 4 products or 150, the company is ultimately going to give you $50 on each. So that's 2 persons getting involved with the 150 package which simply means you just generated $100 US. Now that's for your first 15 days. So we recommend getting to work as soon as you get started. In your first 15 days, you should have the objective of getting your first 2. Now in your second 15 days, within your first 30 days, you have these 2 persons get their 2 persons, which ultimately means they're going to make their $100 US each. But because you were able to help them get their first 2, my friends, what the company is going to do is the company is going to give you a bonus. So if you work the math, in your first 15 days, you got your first 2. You were paid $100 US. In the second 15 days, you help these 2 persons get 2 persons each. And because of that, the company gives you a bonus of another $100 US. Work the maths. You just generated $200 US profit, my friends. How much profit? $50 profit, because it cost you $150 US to start, for which you got 4 products in exchange. So you're in profit. You did it in your first 30 days, and you now have 4 packs of products you can sample, you can sell, you can self-consume. This is the building block, my friends, to all the income we're going to speak about today. But you have to get this right. You get started, you go with that 1 pack of product, 150, 4 products in exchange, 15 days, you work towards getting your first 2. The next 15 days, you work towards helping that to get their 2. You generated $200 US. You're in profit, and you've got your money back and 4 packs of product now to sell. Once you get that step completed, the goal is then to teach that to 10 leaders. In network marketing, we actually get paid for teaching, duplication, leadership. Ultimately, once you're able now to find 10 persons to work with and help them to do the exact same thing, look at how the math is going to work. Imagine 10 persons now going out there to do the same thing you did, which is to get their 4 packs of product for free and obviously make a profit. Once you're able to inspire 10 persons to do that, the math is 10 by 6. Because of course you have 10 persons getting 2 persons who's now getting 2 persons because they want their $100 US bonus plus their commission fast start. But look at the math. You now have 60 persons getting involved in your organization, 30 on your left, 30 on your right. What does that mean? Yes, they're going to get their money, but the company is going to pay you group volume. These people are still in your organization. All we do is work the maths. The points associated with the same pack of product is 100 points. The company is going to pay you 8% of the matching points of the 30 on your left, the 30 on your right. You just made yourself $240 US residual. And here's the thing, friends. All you need to do now to escalate your income is to help these 60 persons do the exact same thing, which is now simply having 30 persons, right, going out there to get their pack of product for free and to go in profit in their first 30 days. 30 by 6, 180 persons, which means 90 on your left, 90 on your right. Of course, all packs of product generate 100% CV, 8%. You just generated $720 US. And of course, all we do is we duplicate, duplicate, and duplicate. Take a look at this. If you now have 180 persons having the same desire of getting their bonus and getting their $100 US commission for 2 persons, then guess what, friends? You have 180 persons by 6, 540 persons now going out there to do the exact same thing, my friends, which means you have 270 persons on your left, 270 persons on your right, CV of 100 per person, 8%, 2,160 US dollars. And this is with an organization of just 540 persons, 270 on your left, 270 on your right. How do you build a pyramid? 1 brick at a time. What is the brick we must all master? This brick. You get started, get your 4 pack of product, set aside 15 days of serious work to go through at least 300 names and numbers minimum, with the objective of just getting 2 persons involved in your business, getting them to buy at least the same pack of product you got. 150 on your left, 150 on your right is going to generate that $50 each commission. And then the next 15 days we duplicate. You build a pyramid 1 brick at a time. What is the brick we all need to master? This brick right here. And once you master this brick, you go then you teach this to 10 persons. Teach Yes, friends. So just wanted to reiterate that that is the blueprint. How do you build a pyramid? Ask Vanessa, one brick at a time. The way you get rich in network marketing is mastering simple things and then teaching it to the masses. So the first thing everybody needs to master is, getting their first two and helping their first two get their first two. Now, we also want to attach time frames to that. So for all the leaders, and I know we have leaders on this call, every single person that says, listen, I am serious, I would like to build this business, sit with them, have a conversation with them, and then help them set timelines so that in their first 15 days of starting the business, now this is not customers, this is business builders. Once they are serious, they're ready to put in the work, their first 15 days, we are going to work with them to go through the masses. Again, I recommend 200 to 300 names and numbers. Why? Network marketing is not an emotional industry. Network marketing is a statistical industry. Now, in network marketing, a lot of people come in and become emotional. But it's statistical. So I know slight margin of error if we share the product and we share the plan with 300 persons in your network. 10% friends is going to convert to customers and business builders. And you're only looking for two. 10% of 330, 10% of 220. Some will, some won't. So what? 90% always says not interested. 90% always says seems interesting. Not certain as yet. No problem. We're only looking for 10%. That is why you have to go through the numbers in your first 15 days. The way you set yourself up for success in network marketing is doing the first 15 days correct. It's the foundation of your business. And then right after we help you get your first two, we take the next 15 days to work with the next two persons to do the exact same thing. So really, there's only one block that needs to be mastered. What is that block? Getting two and helping two get two. And once you master that block, you just teach that now to a larger number of persons. When you teach it to 10 persons, now you start to have leverage. But you have to master that block yourself. All right, so let me just open up for questions. If you're on the call and there's something you want to ask for clarification's sake, go right ahead. I'm going to take some questions so that we can help you move forward. Any questions?
Question. Good night, everyone.
Night.
What I wanted to find out, right? Now, if I should go in with not just the 150 package,
Right.
higher package, just say the gold package, right?
Yes.
The two persons coming underneath me, do they have to go in with the same exact package that I went into?
No, I just utilize that package because it's a nice product point whereby for 150, the unit cost of that gives you a nice discount. I know the larger packages is going to have some discounts as well. And let me just share that today I came off the call with Mr. Browning and the CEO. He's actually putting together some new packages for Trinidad. Specifically, I spoke to him to arrange the drink to shrink, the B-cardio, the testosterone, and the toughies. So more than likely by next week, we're going to have some new packages that the company is putting together just for us. And yeah, we're going to have some packages to create mayhem with. This is just a system that we're going to use to work with what we have right now. But that is coming soon like a movie. So by next week, we're going to have some new packages just for the Trinidad market.
Thanks much.
Awesome. Any other questions, Nicole? Go right ahead. Questions, any questions? While persons are thinking about the questions, let me just say, we want to have home meetings as often as possible. We want to come to, your communities. The leaders here, you are responsible for setting up those home meetings. You are responsible for setting up those community meetings. Again, as I told the group earlier, we talk to pastors, we talk to doctors, we talk to lawyers, we talk to engineers, we talk to insurance agents. As a matter of fact, we love insurance agents. The reason we love them so much is because we know what they sell. They actually need what we sell. What do I mean by that? Let me help 34 persons be all on the same page. A lot of persons aren't aware that you can't buy insurance with money. You could have all the money in the world. If you don't have health, if you can't pass a blood sugar test, you can't buy insurance. If your your pressure is too high and you have $10 million in the bank and you want to just use one, you can't buy insurance. So we love insurance agents with a smile. We kiss them to the bank because we know they can't sell what they sell without buying some of what we sell. So go right ahead, go in the community, talk to the insurance agents, talk to the pastors, talk to the lawyers, talk to the doctors, talk to the engineers, talk to the man by the shop, talk to the man by the corner. We want to come into the community and share, my friends. And this is home-based business. Remember, you don't need to sell this product. We are going to help you sell this product. All you need to do is bring something called eyes and ears to the table. Bring eyes and ears to your house. We are going to help you sell. Bring eyes and ears to your community center. We're going to help you sell. Bring eyes and ears to your church. We will help you sell. Bring eyes and ears on a Zoom call. We will help you sell. Bring eyes and ears on the moon. We will help you sell. Bring eyes and ears on a spoon. We will help you sell. Your job when you get involved in network marketing for your first 3 to 9 months is to simply master one skill set, the art of piquing interest and getting someone into a meeting, and then allowing those who went before to share the mission, share the vision, share the product, share the opportunity with your people, because when they decide to say yes, they're going to be saying yes to you. And of course, once you operate like that within your first 3 months, your first 60 days, your first 90 days, just by being in the room, listening to what we have to say to your people, you're going to be a master by default. Some things are taught, some things are caught. And this is something you need to understand. Some things are taught, some things are caught. So we're sharing the things that can be taught on this call, but for you to catch the other stuff that you need to be a professional, guess what? You have to set that meeting up. You have to make the calls. You have to write the physical list of 300 names and numbers. You have to decide to be a professional. You have to read Business of the 21st Century. You have to get the book. The difference between extra income and extraordinary income is what? Amateur, professional. And as you can see, the numbers, my friends, is going to help you make serious income. 500 persons in an organization is not much. A matter of fact, I expect us to transcend having 500 persons in this organization in the next 2 months. And 500 persons in your organization creates a residual income of about $2,500, $3,000 a month. How many people on this call could safely say earning extra $2,000 a month could help you leave your job? Drop some money bags in the chat if earning $2,000 a month can help you leave your job right now. I'm waiting to see how much people understand the power and the potency of what this could do. And all we need to do, I remember Mr. Brownlee telling me, listen, network marketing, you don't need to be a genius. You just need to outwork everybody else. Full stop. It's network marketing. Some will, some won't. So what? We continue. It's just about eyes and ears in front. So I want to thank you for your time. If you don't have any more questions or some did a really powerful job there so that you can keep your mind. We had somebody talking there.
Good night.
Yeah, good night. Go ahead.
Master, tell me, you mentioned stores. What stores do you find the books in?
Funny enough, right? You can't purchase these books in any store, in my opinion. I've tried when I got started in the industry, and for some strange reason, these types of books aren't sold in the general bookstore. You have to get it either on Amazon or you can get it from us, right? Business of the 21st Century, we send that free for you online. Just send your email to the person that brought you into this call. And then, of course, if you want to get a copy of these, we have a couple copies of these already in Trinidad. So you get this for $230.
Okay, will do. All right, thanks.
Awesome. Do we have any other person that want to have a question answered or so forth? I've seen Jenny open up. Jenny, go right ahead. You have a question? All right, Jenny. I guess your mic open by mistake. All right, friends, happy to be here. I'm gonna be more happy to be there when I say there in your community, in your church, in your area, to come and share this with the rest of leaders, because we have to create a massive momentum in your space so that persons know that these products are ready, these products work, these products could also work to make you wealthy. And that is what we're gonna do. We're gonna work to make you healthy, and we're gonna work to make you wealthy. right? Definitely. Thanks a lot for taking the time, Kanye. Blessings, pleasure to have you on the call. I know we have plenty work to do down in is Pinal and Faizabad with Kanye and her team. Miss Wright, talk to us before we leave. Anything you want to say?
Amazing call as always, and we pumping. That's the only thing I want to say.
We pumping. We have any Bajans in the call by chance? Any Bajans? Do we have any Bajans? The only reason I asked that is because I went Barbados and, you know, I said what Vanessa just said. I said, we pumping. And then they were giving me the meaning as to that. So if you have any Bajan friends, just go and tell them we pumping and just ask them what is the meaning of that. It's going to be a joke you get. You're going to laugh very loud when they hear the meaning. But regardless of that, Dr. Batson as well, thanks a lot for taking some time to jump onto the call. Brother Awesome, again, you did a really fantastic job there. Friends, let's go, let's go, let's go. Saturday, we have a training where we teach you how to dominate social media. Make time to jump onto the call. Let me tell you this, the information I share on Saturday, I paid money to access the information. You think I'm just somebody that jumps onto social media and randomly figure things out? No, I spend money to learn. When I'm applying on my Instagram, on my Facebook, on my TikTok, I'm teaching the team for free.
Tell me something, Mr. Christian.
Yes, sir.
Is there, I mean, as the season slowly trickling in, is there a cutoff point, or is that right?
Point for what exactly?
No, what I'm saying, as the season is trickling very slowly, Christmas
What
season,
season?
is there a cutoff point for that, or
Cutoff point for what?
The Christmas season, or is there? Are you
There's
going
only
right
one
through?
season we know about, the money season. Every season is money season. I don't know about Christmas season. I was asking, what is this? What is that?
Right. I wanted to know because some people have cutoff points now.
Cutoff points,
You know, and then come
businessmen
back home
and
again.
women make the most money in Christmas.
All right.
Christmas is for businessmen.
Well said.
Christmas
All
is
right,
for
cool.
businesswomen. Yeah, we eat Christmas
All
like
right,
toffee. Yeah. Because money we're going to make for
No
Christmas.
problem.
We're going to
Thanks
make
a lot.
more money after Christmas. We're going to make more money before Christmas.
All right, well done. All right, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Yes, sir. Good night, good night, good night. As Kane says, toffee for Christmas and the judgment this year. All right. Everyone have a great night. Be sure to tune into the Saturday call if you want to learn how to maximize your social media platforms. Let's go. Have a good night, friends. Bye.